And by the way, you know Cher has a young man right now. He's black and he has his blonde hair and Cher's happy with him, but I wonder if they're having sex, you know? Like when you look at Cher, you're like, oh my gosh, do you think Cher can still get it? Or like, do you know what I'm saying? Like Cher looks like she has the body, but who knows what her body looks like under that clothes. And a dream that I've always had is having my own talk show, and guess what? I made that happen. Let's go.
Live from the heart of Virginia, it's the Darius Owens Show.
Thank you for watching episode 6 of the Darius Owens Show, and Wendy Williams might be getting out of this conservatorship because guess what? A whole bunch of news just broke, so I can't wait to talk about it and more. And guess what? I have a more even exciting guest coming on from the Wendy Williams Show. But let's get started. It's time for the hot tea. Come on. Thank you so much for watching today. I'm so excited to be back, and I got the burgundy pants, the blue shirt, and looking sexy and gorgeous as always. But anyways, you know I couldn't go without talking about this story. So Wendy Williams, she had an appointment with a neurologist last week, okay? And it's being said that she does not have the frontotemporal dementia, and her legal team is planning on filing to end the guardianship in the next 2 weeks. And when I read this, you know, I was reading the stories, and you know Wendy Williams is like the only celebrity that I do research on. So the thing that caught me off guard was that the guardianship people, they knew about this diagnosis or misdiagnosis for 4 weeks now, okay? And they didn't do anything about it. So, I mean, I know that they're saying they're going to court and stuff, but I'm like, I don't like all of these people around Wendy. It's like you don't know who to trust. She doesn't know who to trust. And remember when she was talking about that she was getting new pills and stuff in her bedroom and they were bringing her these new pills that she had never seen or heard of in her life? That's scary. So you know what? Honestly, as a Wendy fan, the way that her whole career just kind of went down and escalated and went all the way down, it's like, I think that Wendy was being drugged. You know, like I know a lot of people are like, no, Wendy did it to herself. It was the alcohol and stuff. You can say what you want to say. You can say it was the alcohol. You can say that she had a relapse in drugs and addiction and stuff. But one thing that I do know is Wendy was not like that. You know, when season 12 of her show ended, she just disappeared. And it's like, where did Wendy go? Like, we didn't see pictures of her. Her Instagram got deleted. Her YouTube channel got deleted. It was just a whole bunch of it just went downhill for her. So I feel like something or someone did something to her. Like Wendy didn't just go downhill like that. I mean, like I know alcohol does a lot of stuff to people, but Wendy did not just go down like that. So anyways, moving on. So apparently Ariana Grande and Ethan Slater are still together. Now people started speculating that they weren't together because they weren't near each other at the UK premiere of Wicked. And I'm like, you know, when you're dating somebody or when you're with somebody or you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend or whatever you call them, they, them, that stupid stuff. But anyways, if you're with somebody, you don't have to be with them 24/7. You know, you can go out, you can enjoy your life. If they wanted to go to the Wicked premiere and they wanted to talk to other people, that's their business. I mean, why can't these people just enjoy their life and talk to other people? Why do us normal people have to be all in celebrities business all the time? You know, celebrities are normal people too, and half of the relationships that people are in now, I mean, a lot of people are together 24/7, but that's how relationships get ruined. You know, when you're together 24/7, I feel like the relationship just, you know, you get tired of that person or you just don't want to see them anymore. And that's how they get ruined. And I know personally me, once I hang out with you like every day for 6 days in a row, I want a break from you. Like, just give me like 3 days away from you. Like, you can text me, but just don't call me. You know, I don't want to talk to you. I just need a break from you. So Paris Jackson, everybody, she revealed on her TikTok account that she had a hole in her nose, and she's saying that it's from drug use in the past. Take a look at this video first.
I have what is called a perforated septum, slightly different from a deviated septum, and that is it's what you think it's from. Don't do drugs, kids. Or, I mean, you know, everyone's going to have the experience they need to have with life. I'm not going to tell anyone what to do, but I don't recommend it because it ruined my life. I don't want to get plastic surgery to fix it because I'm almost 6 years sober, and so you have to take pills when you do a surgery that gnarly, and I don't want to with that, but I've been living with this since I was about 20, and it's a bitch when you're in the studio coughing vocals, and I can actually stick a spaghetti noodle do that.
Now, Paris is coming out and she's saying that she's not going to have surgery to fix it because that may cause pain medication, and she's been sober for almost 6 years. And you know what, Paris? I respect you for all of this because, you know, you didn't even have to come out and tell us why there was a hole in your nose. You could have just said, you know, you fell and broke it, although we wouldn't have believed it. But a lot of celebrities, they just do the drugs. They don't tell their fans anything. So, Paris, I respect you for this. And speaking of the Jacksons, it's being said that Michael Jackson is the only artist to have a Billboard top 10 in 6 different decades. And when I saw this, I was like, it's Michael Jackson. You know, Michael Jackson is one of the celebrities, or one of the many celebrities that, you know, he can wink an eye and people will scream. He can, you know, move a little finger and people will scream. Michael Jackson is one of a kind. You know, there will never be another Michael Jackson. I don't care who you compare to Michael Jackson. You can compare Bruno Mars to Michael Jackson. You can compare all of these other new people to Michael Jackson, but there is no other Michael Jackson. I think, personally, Michael Jackson is one of the best musicians, one of the best entertainers out there, one of the best people to ever exist. And you can say that what you want about Michael and what he did with the kids and stuff. I don't believe any of that because Michael was a very innocent child, you know, and I've always been a Michael Jackson fan, so, you know, Michael Jackson, I love Michael Jackson, and I think that no one will ever be able to top Michael Jackson off, no matter who it is. Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, Bruno Mars, like I said, Bad Bunny. Nobody's ever gonna top Michael Jackson. You can try to do your best. You can make 5 songs a day. You can make 50 songs a year, but you'll never cross Michael Jackson. Anyways, Cher is getting slammed for her outfit choice at the 2025 Bambi Awards. Now, she wore this sheer corset with a bedazzled suit, and when I'm looking at Cher, a lot of people are saying Cher's too old to be dressing like that. I'm looking at Cher, I'm like, Cher, she has a good body. You know, Cher still looks good. She's 78 years old. She's almost 80. You know, when you pass a certain age point, like when you get to like 55, 60, well, not that young, but you know, when you cross like 65, you need to live your life to the fullest. You know, you don't need to worry about what other people are saying. You don't need to dress in a sweater and like khakis all the time. Cher, I think you look great, and if you want to enjoy your body and this see-through thing, do it, Cher. And by the way, you know Cher has a young man right now. He's black and he has his blonde hair, and Cher's happy with him, but I wonder if they're having sex. You know, like when you look at Cher, you're like, oh my gosh, do you think Cher can still get it? Or like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, Cher looks like she has the body, but who knows what her body looks like under that clothes. And by the way, did you know Cher wore wigs? I didn't know that either. Just like Dolly Parton, they all wear wigs, and I know I wear wigs, but hey. So Millie Bobby Brown and David Harbour are shutting down the rumors that they don't get along. So they're saying that they have a very, very special connection, and Millie was asked at the red carpet event for the Stranger Things 5 premiere. Take a look at what Millie said.
Listen, we saw that reunion hug outside. What do you two mean to each other? That was beautiful.
Noah and I?
No, you and David. We saw you guys get the reunion hug out there. It was great.
He's like my dad. Yeah, I'm so connected to him for life. We're so lucky to have each other.
And this is why we need to stay out of celebrities' business. You know, like, we don't know what's going on behind closed doors, and people were just saying, you know, it's being said that, what's her name, Millie Bobby and David Harbour, they weren't getting along and they were fighting, and David was bullying her, and the whole cast of season 5 didn't like David. And I'm like, when you look at them, they were on this red carpet, they were hugging and stuff, and they were looking nice together and stuff, and I'm like, why are we assuming for other people? You know, if Millie wanted to come out and say that David was bullying her, that's her business. That's something for her to say. We don't need to assume, and this is how rumors get started. Why are we saying stuff for people that we don't know, you know? So Millie Bobby Brown, I think you look great, and didn't Millie just have a baby or something? I don't know if that was her or someone else, but Millie looks great, you know? She has her hair, her skin is nice and smooth, and David looks great too, but when I saw them on their red carpet together, I was looking at them and I was like, are they a couple? Are they together? Because, you know, I didn't see any headlines when I first saw the video of them on the red carpet at the premiere. So I'm looking at them and I'm like, okay, they look good. Are they dating? Because David he was hugging her, but he was hugging her like he was all the way wrapped like right on her booty. So apparently Hailey Bieber's name has been quietly removed from the famous $20 strawberry glazed skin smoothie at Arathon, okay? This is something that I've never heard of, but anyways, employees are saying that the collab contract ended, so they can't use her name anymore. But the recipe and the price are exactly the same. And I'm like, Hailey, shouldn't you be able to sue for this? Because you're the one that made the recipe. You know, you came out with this smoothie, you came out with the name, and although you signed a contract that probably said when it ends, the smoothie's still gonna continue, but I think they're profiting off of you, Hailey. You know, your name's not on it and it's your recipe, and like, why are they being able to profit off of you? I don't get that. So, I mean, I guess the celebrity world, but Hailey's rich anyway. She's not worried about this. Okay, this is a very, very big headline. Britney Spears, Khloe Kardashian, and what is it, Khloe Kardashian and something other Kardashian, Kendall, I think, or one of them. But anyways, they were all at Britney's house, and you know, they posted this picture right here, and I'm looking at it, and is this a friendship? Is this like, are they making a song together? Are they hanging out? Are they making a reality show? And I see that Britney Spears' Instagram is back on the Instagram now. So I'm looking at this picture, I'm like, okay, what's going on here? But I woke up this morning and they posted a video. Take a look.
Oh, we're just chilling.
In our geriatric bed.
Yeah. This bed vibrates. What the fuck? What the fuck? What's up, baby? Do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, split.
And when I saw this video and them hanging out, I'm like, do they even match each other's vibe? You know, Kendall and, what's her name? Whatever her name is, they're like very rich and they're very bougie. And then Britney Spears is over here dancing in half underwear naked and stuff. And I'm like, okay, is this a friendship or what's going on? Are they trying to take advantage of her? But anyways, so Mariah Carey and Nick Cannon's daughter, Monroe, or however you say her name, so she went on social media and she cleared up her family situation herself. She's saying that she only has one full sibling, which is her twin brother, and all of Nick's other children are half siblings who are many, many years younger. And I'm like, why are you getting mad at this girl? You know, I would get mad if you try to say that people are my siblings too. You know I have half siblings, but they are my siblings. I claim them. It's different when you don't claim people. Like TC, the father, whatever he is, you know, he's out there doing his own thing. He's doing drugs and stuff. But anyways, he had this another son. He's like really black and his short and nappy head and stuff. And people try to say, that's my brother all the time. I'm like, that is not my brother. Please don't compare me and him, or just don't connect us to each other. You know, like I don't want to be connected to that thing. And he has a father that's gonna just fuck him up in the head because, you know, I escaped from that. But he has a father that's gonna fuck him up in the head. And I'm like, I don't want to be compared to that thing. Like, I'm enjoying my life. Can I just be with the family that I want to be with? I don't want to be in his family. So anyways, moving on. So Terry Hatcher reunited with her Desperate Housewives TV husband, James Denton, and fans lost it. Now, she shared a cute then and now moment that basically had people saying, this is how the show should have ended. And when I saw this picture, I was like, oh my gosh, it's Susan Meyer and Mike Delfino, and I love them so much. And you know, like I finished this show like a month ago now, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do now? I don't know what to watch. I have nothing to watch. I've been sitting on my couch, just sitting there like bored, like there's nothing to do. And white people age so bad. Like Terry Hatcher, she's only 60 years old, everybody. Now, when you look at her, it's like, okay, she's like about 74. I looked her age up. She's only 60 years old. I'm like, oh my gosh. And Terry Hatcher, I'm not gonna say you need it, but you have the money to get Botox, and you know you have the money to get your face tightened and all that stuff. So Terry Hatcher, you look great. And Mike, or whatever his real name is, Mike, you look great in real life too, but y'all just look so old, and I hate seeing people get old because when you go back to Desperate Housewives season 1 through season 8, you're looking at them and they're so cute, and you know, and then you look at them now and you're like, oh my gosh, the hope. And then I watched the behind the scenes on the Desperate Housewives. You know, they went in the houses and the Brie Vandy Camp's house. In real life, when you go into Brie Vandy Camp's house, it is nothing. It's no house in there. It's just a bathroom and that's it. So, you know, moving on. So Judge Judy was spotted last week out for pizza with her husband in Beverly Hills. Now she's wearing these casual pants and a simple top right here. And you never hear of Judge Judy. You know, you only hear of Judge Judy when you turn on Fox 5 and you see her on the Judge show. You know, you don't hear about Judge Judy out here doing stuff or doing promos or, you know, doing social media. Like, she looks great. He looks like he doesn't want to be bothered. He looks like he doesn't even want to be married to the woman. But Judge Judy, she looks great, honestly. Like, I know that she's older too, but Judge Judy and Terry Hatcher kind of look the same age, but I love Terry. Like, Terry, I love you so much. You know I adore you, Terry. So Jennifer Aniston is getting slammed because she did a new Ellie shoot and posed in a braless tee and underwear. And when I'm looking at this picture, I'm like, Jennifer looks great right here. People are saying that she's too old to be posting stuff like this, but I'm saying Jennifer has the body. And like, I know earlier I said Cher had the body and stuff, but you know, Jennifer really has the body. She has a flat stomach. She has good boobs. She has a good butt. I mean, it's not much butt back there, but she has a little something, you know, for her little future husband or whatever. But I'm like, why are we slamming her? Jennifer is out here enjoying her life. Just because you don't have the body and you're stuck in your damn fat body and your jiggly body like someone I know, don't be hating on this girl because she's out here looking sexy and great. You know, Jennifer, I feel like she's just a girl that does stuff, you know, she posts pictures, she goes out with her friends. She's not one of those people that are gonna always cause drama and stuff. And why did it just get so dark? Oh my gosh, can you please lighten back up or something? Why did it get so dark? Oh my gosh. But anyway, Sabrina Carpenter is reportedly returning to acting in the new Alice in the Wonderland style movie. Now she's saying that she's focusing heavily on music, but she also wants to switch it up a little bit. And you know, what's her name? Sabrina Carpenter. I feel like, you know, you came out just recently and, okay, it's bright again. But Sabrina Carpenter, she came out like 2 years ago and everybody knows her now. And Sabrina Carpenter, she's one of those girls that is just very aesthetically pleasing. You know, I'm looking at Sabrina Carpenter and I'm like, oh my gosh, this girl really looks good. Like, she doesn't look like a pick-me girl. She looks like a regular white girl, but a rich one at the same time. So Sabrina Carpenter, I'm very excited for your new movie. And up next, we are talking to Michael Lee. He was the art designer at the Wendy Williams show, okay? That's the best part I'm excited about. You know, he works at the Sherry Shepherd show now, but you know how I am, a diehard fan of Wendy Williams. So don't go far, we'll be right back with him. Don't go far, guess what? Darius is just now getting started. I'll be right back.
Sure.
All right, and we're back with Michael Lee. He's previously worked on the Wendy Williams show and now the Sherry Shepherd show. So hi, Michael.
Hi, Darius. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Great. Lovely Sunday in New York City, baby.
Well, it's raining and stormy here, so.
Well, that means we'll get it in about 4 hours.
So how have you been doing?
I'm great. We're in the middle of the Sherry show season 4, having a great time. We're having a blast. We kind of reconfigured the show this year and play more into her comedy.
Okay, so yeah.
Stand up act in the beginning, like a late night show, and then the guests have been great. We've had Michelle Obama. We're having a great time.
See, I know your job is so fun because you know you get to design the sets, but you also get to meet a whole bunch of people.
I meet everyone that comes through that door. I get to spend time with Michelle. We got to meet her and hold her hand.
Really?
Yeah, that was great. I was a little emotional after that.
I mean, I would be too. I mean, it's Michelle Obama. Right. And then you met Beyonce's mom, so that was exciting.
Yeah, she's lovely. She really loved our horse, Nene. I don't know if you remember Nene.
Yeah,
Well, Nene may make a resurgence soon. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm just hinting maybe.
Now, Michael, you know you're known for all of your set designs and your outstanding work. So I have to ask, how did you get into that stuff?
Well, it's kind of crazy. So I grew up, my father was an opera teacher who was had his doctorate in opera and was chairman of the music department at the university I went to school at. And my mom was a costume designer. So I grew up backstage watching these things being built, watching sets being built, watching costumes being made. So I learned all this kind of through osmosis. And then I moved to New York when I was 20 and danced on Broadway for a little while and then got into the creative industry. I danced on Rosie O'Donnell's TV show and then I ended up being her creative director for Our Family Vacation, the charter company she had. And then a guy that I worked with got the job assisting the art director at Wendy. And when they needed a new art director, he said, you have to hire this guy. He called me and said, turn in a resume. So I, being who I am, made a 1940s newspaper as a resume. So
wow.
We got articles from different people or letters from friends of mine who I've created things for, and photographs of all the stuff I built. So they called me and said, come in. And I had 3 interviews with the Wendy Williams show.
Okay.
And there were 2 girls that were up for the job as well. And they said, well, these 2 girls have TV credits and you don't as an art director. And I said, wait, this girl has Judge Cho Brown as a TV credit. This girl has Delicious as a TV credit. That's not art direction. I said, listen, I think we're a perfect match. I understand if you have to go with one of these girls.
Right.
So Monday morning at 10 o'clock, and they said, we will make our decision on Friday. We'll call you Friday. I took the subway home, walked in the door, and my phone rang 30 minutes later. They said, you're the art director of the Wendy Williams
And you
show.
got the best job in history.
Oh my God. It's the first couple of months, because I just make stuff and keep going. And I was kind of out, not knowing whether I was good at it or not. And at the Christmas party, this lovely woman, Liza Persky, and Larry, one of the camera operators, were talking to me, and I said, I'm not even sure I'm good at this. And they were like, are you kidding? You're the best art director
right.
ever.
As we know. Now you started on the Wendy Williams show at the 6-week sneak peek, right?
No, I joined it this season 3.
Okay, season 3. All right.
Yeah.
Now, can you walk me through designing a set? Because you've done all the Halloween sets, and you previously just done the Sherry Shepherd, the big Halloween set. So what is the walkthrough of that? Like, how is the process?
So the way I've worked for many years now, you know, I was a trompe l'oeil artist, so I paint interior housing, things for people in their houses. And I have a meeting with you, and by the end of the meeting, I completely see it done.
Okay.
I physically get it out. So like when Sherry Shepherd Halloween show, they called me and said, come to the meeting and we want to do this, and this. I'm like, I get it. So then it's just a matter of timing it out and figuring out how I can get that done while we're still doing our 6 shows a week. So we work pretty rapidly, and I used to give them renderings, and now I'm like, I'm just going to make your set. I don't have time to either make or I can make your set. So now I jump in, and I have 2 lovely assistants that work with me on a daily basis, and we put our nose down and power out and make these sets.
Well, you've been doing a great job. I have to hand it to you.
Thank you. I redesigned the set this summer.
Did you?
Yeah, my new showrunner and executive director came to me and said, we really don't like the white brick anymore. What can we do to change that? So I came up with the idea with the slatted wood to make it look more modern and make everything a little richer. So I started in the middle of July and worked straight through to August, and we have our brand new set, and I couldn't be happier with it.
Now, do you pick the chairs and stuff? Because I know Sherry has the pink chair now. So do you pick all of that too?
I do.
Okay.
I do. With that, we purchased 4 chairs, brought them in the studio, and she tried all 4, and I just kept saying, this is the one you want.
Right.
And then she got there for one, she goes, yeah, this is the one I want. And then I had color swatches, and I'm like, and this is the pink it should be. And she was like, that's the pink it's going to be. So the only problem with that is we only had like a 3-week period to get that chair out and get it before you get it back. So I, being who I am, called the Gay Mafia, and chair went away, and 7 days later it was back in our studio.
Now, Michael, you know y'all do a live show Monday through Friday, so I can imagine it, like how chaotic it is through like commercial breaks and all of that stuff. So how is that process? Is it a lot, or?
It is a lot. So you know, for like, we do Wear It Up or Tear It Up on our show.
Okay.
You know, they see something on the runway the night before, and I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning to an email saying, can you make this by 10 o'clock in the morning?
Oh my gosh, Michael.
I made the Andre 3000 piano that he wore on his back of the red carpet at the Met Gala. I made that in 2 hours.
Wow.
So it's all about not questioning what you're doing and just keep moving forward. And on my workroom, we have this list of the creative process, which is, number 1, this is going to be awesome. Number 2, this is tricky.
Right.
Number 3, this is shit. Number 4, I am shit.
Right.
Number 6, this is awesome. And you go through every stage of that, no matter how big, like Halloween set, or for making that piano. Like, can I do this? Yes, I can do this. Just keep going. By the time you get to the end, you're like, this is great.
Now, Michael, tell me about the live show schedule. Is it actually Monday through Friday, or do y'all film? Like, how does that work?
We do a live show Monday morning, a live show Wednesday morning, and a live show Thursday morning.
Okay.
And then the afternoon we tape a show. Wednesday afternoon we tape a show. Thursday afternoon we tape a show.
Okay, wow.
We're only live, but even when we do that, we still film our live shows 2 o'clock like we're live.
Okay.
You know, we don't stop down in between. We try and keep it within that so you don't have to go back and edit.
Right, yeah.
We're just, you know, shot out of a cannon.
Now, Michael, I know that this is like a thrown question at you, but I have to ask, do you like working at the Wendy show better or the Sherry?
I have to say that both have been incredible. Working with Wendy was really great just because of, you know, the pop quiz and crazy things she wants.
Right.
The last season of the Wendy Williams show, our entire team became like this incredible structure because we had guest hosts every week.
Exactly, yeah.
It's the Carson Kressley, the Vivica Fox show, so we had to create what that was. The next week we had Jerry O'Connell. Okay, what is that? And we did that for an entire season. So that just, we were like this well-oiled machine. So then when they gave it to Sherry and we moved into Sherry, we just took off.
Right.
Sherry is so much fun. I adore them both, is all I can say.
Michael, I don't know if you remember this, but way back in 2019, I was the boy that sent Wendy the bracelet. Do you remember?
I think I do.
And she was like, she wore the bracelet and she shouted me out and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That was me. And she told me congratulations on my show and stuff, and now I'm here.
Oh, that's so great. I love that.
So I'm a very big Wendy fan, so I have to throw that out there.
Well, I have to say, you know, being her art director, I travel all around the country and people in stores will be like, you're Michael Lee, the art director.
Right.
Oh my God.
I mean, you designed all these outstanding sets. Of course, you're going to be recognized.
Right.
Now, sorry.
In fact, we are installing our Christmas set this Friday, so everyone can have the week of Thanksgiving off.
Okay.
So we are looking to that.
So your job is just busy, Michael. You're always busy.
Always busy, always making something. But how fortunate am I that I get to constantly work in the creative field?
Exactly, yeah.
I'm so fortunate. I have the best job in New York City.
Now, do you have to go to school to do what you do, or?
I did not.
Okay.
So I know many people do.
Right.
I'm a little bit of a savant in that I didn't study a lot of the things that I do. I became a painter. I paint trompe l'oeil artistry. That I took one art class in 7th grade and made it. So I was like, I'm not doing that anymore. So I'm self-taught at everything I do. Aside from sewing, I learned from my mom. And then carpentry and all, I've taught myself all of that. So I didn't get a degree in what I do, but I have these abilities that that came from somewhere.
Yeah. So, Michael, I know that you were there at the Wendy Williams show on the iconic Passing Out Day in 2017.
Oh, my God.
So tell me about that experience.
So funny story about that. A woman that was my executive director then was adamant that we dress up at Halloween. And I said, I'm not dressing up at Halloween. It's my busiest day. And if something goes wrong, I don't want you screaming at me in a clown.
Right.
So I'm 7 feet away from Wendy getting Jerry O'Connell changed, and I hear the collapse, and all hell breaks loose. It was crazy and awful, and her husband came running in, was screaming at us, and just the chaos of all of it.
Exactly, yeah.
Executive director is standing there sobbing, dressed as a blue Smurf, and I looked at her and said, "This, you must dress up at Halloween." So I had made a costume for Jerry O'Connell where he was all three of the.
I remember that, yeah.
So I had been up all night, all morning, and I walked in the door and saw my friends at a bar and said, I'm having a martini. It's like 12 o'clock now. They're having a martini. Yeah. And I came home and got in bed at 1. Just was like, that's it. Terrible day. Terrible day.
Now tell me, Michael, have you had any bad experiences with Kevin when he was an executive producer and all that stuff? What was your experience?
No, I stood up against him early on, and then he was like, oh, okay. So we got along fine.
Okay.
Yeah. I did step on the side for him if he needed a design for whatever. I'm like, sure, keep him happy.
Right.
That's what I did. So.
Michael, we have to get into the juicy details, all right?
Yes.
Now, towards the end of season 12 of Wendy's show, well, it was actually the beginning of season 12, when she was very badly and she could barely do the show. Now, were you like one of the scared people during that moment? Did you notice anything with her, or?
Absolutely. We were all terrified for her. We you can't control what somebody's actions are. You can't control what they do.
Right.
So she was a lovely woman, and we were all rooting for her and terrified for her. And, we had to be the audience during the pandemic. So we saw it happening during the pandemic. So we were just worried for her. And she's doing much better now, which is great.
And did you see where the dementia stuff and all that stuff's coming out? So,
Right, fingers crossed.
I know, but Wendy, I love Wendy so much. I hate to see her in this situation.
Right.
It's so bad.
Right.
But yeah, so Michael, thank you so much for coming on today.
Darius, nice to meet you.
You too. And up next is, I forgot the segment, but we'll be right back. Well, Michael, thank you so much. Don't go far, guess what? Darius is just now getting started. I'll be right back. And it's time for Throwback Time, where we look back at moments the internet will never forget. And today we're going back to 2021. So 2021, this was the moment that Kamala Harris got on the phone and, she called Joe Biden. We did it, Joe. The voice was shaky, the wind was loud, and the internet went crazy. But people remixed it, they auto-tuned it, they made all those songs and stuff out of it. But anyways, take a look.
We did it, Joe. You're gonna be the next president of the United States.
And that moment will always live rent-free in my head. But anyways, that's today's Throwback Time, and we'll be right back. Don't go far, guess what? Darius is just now getting started. I'll be right back. Throwback, and this is the end of the show, and I want to thank you, Michael Lee, for making this a great episode, and thank you everybody who watches me, and thank you to the sexy clothes and everything. So thank you for watching, and guess what? You already know the deal. I'll see you next week, same time on the Darius Owens Show. You have a great week ahead of you, whether that's with work, whether that's with school, whether that's just being lazy, just doing drugs, whatever you're doing, be safe and be careful, but I'll see you next week. Bye.